Now, if you're the buyer in a real estate transaction, after you sign the document, you're not officially the owner of the property yet. You're not the owner of the property until we go to the Register of Deeds and we record your deed. Then you're officially the owner. The only reason I say this is sometimes at the closing, you might have a real estate agent that won't give you the keys to the closing. And you're thinking, I signed 60 pages of documents, everything was reviewed, I handed you my money, why can't I get the keys? Many real estate agents have no problem with it. They know I'm going to go to the courthouse that day, I'll be at the Register of Deeds, I'll record your documents, it's as good as done. Majority will give you the keys to the property, some will wait until I record it, because I'm not just recording the documents, I'm actually doing a title update for your benefit to make sure there's no chance of any of the judgments or liens of the property that might have appeared in between the time I did your real estate title search when we first started your transaction to the present. If you're the seller in a real estate transaction, many sellers believe that they're going to get their proceeds at the conclusion of the closing. All the documents are signed, I have the money from the buyer, it's assumed you should get your check at that time. But actually, by law, I can't disperse the funds yet. I have to go to the courthouse, record your deed, update the title, then I could disperse the funds. So the funds will be available later on in the day in the transaction, or if it happens to be we're closing and it's late in the day, I may not be able to record the documents until the end of the day. And then your funds might be available the next day. So it all depends on the timing of the transaction. Whether I'm handling a real estate purchase for you or refinance, make sure you bring your driver's license to the closing, or at least some other picture identification, but driver's license is preferred. We have to make sure we have that in order to notarize the documents. Also, when you come to the closing, the first thing that we're going to go over is going to be a document called the HUD-1 Settlement Statement. This is what one looks like right here. Now, we try the best we can to get you this document in advance of the closing, usually the day before. However, sometimes under certain circumstances, we might not be able to get you to this as far in advance as we'd like. Either way, whether you had a chance to review this prior to the closing or not, I'll be going over this document in great detail, line by line. Even though we may not meet until the day of the closing, please feel free to contact me anytime during the course of this process. I'll always be available to you. Thank you for choosing Maitin Law Firm for your real estate transaction, and I look forward to seeing you at the closing.